Dr. Gregory Ortner here, three-time Olympic medalist and world champion in track and field. Thank you all for coming over to this channel. If you like the content, please give me a thumbs up. If you think the content is worthy to be shared, please be generous and share. Also, if this is your first time coming over to this channel, please click on the notification bell so you do not miss a video when they are uploaded. We're going to talk about a recent statement that legendary coach Glen made regarding the situation that the J3As found themselves in. And in this title, it says Usain Bolt's former coach explains how the Jamaican Athletic Federation can overcome recent financial woes. So in this case, we're going to talk about it. And I would love to have your opinion on a topic such as this. Now, I know that sometimes when people try to share their views and opinion on situations that our leaders are going through, sometimes people might think that we are unpatriotic. And in this case, when Mr. Mills came out and made this statement, I thought he was very patriotic because I believe that the information that he is sharing with the public shows that he genuinely cares for the future of the J3As. So I personally commend him for taking the time out of his busy schedule to talk about the J3As and the situation that they are in right now. Now the question then is, if the J3As are in financial woes, what is actually causing them to be in this situation? Because we see now where they have access to 5 million in terms of a proposed contract made to them by a shoe company, yet they choose not to even entertain the conversation. So in this case, isn't it reasonable to ask the question, why is it that the J3As are going through a financial woes? Please feel free to share your opinion in the comment section. Now, before I go into my commentary, I just want you all to know that the reason we are doing these videos is not to divide the federations and athletes, but to find a way that we can help the J3As and the athletes to achieve their full potential, because we are all Jamaicans. We win together and we lose together. But if we don't work together to achieve a common goal, how are we going to be successful long term? Now, as I said earlier, when the Honorable Glen Mills made this statement, I commend him for that, because he is trying to assist and to guide those leaders who may find themselves in a situation where they might not know exactly what to do. And this is why we have a public platform where people can share their views, hopefully that the leaders will hear some of these messages and see if they can make some adjustments to their strategy. Now, in the article, the Honorable Glen Mills gave suggestions on how the Jamaica Athletic Administrative Federation can overcome their financial challenges, which means that they are going through some financial woes. It means that whatever is coming in the kitty, they're using up more than they have. And as a result of that, Mr. Mills and others are trying to find ways to help them to raise more funds. Now, keep in mind that the same funds the J3As are chasing, it is the same funds that the JOA is chasing. It is the same funds that MVP is chasing. It is the same funds Racers Track Club is chasing. Elite Track Club is chasing. So all of these clubs are going after the same companies. Well, not exactly the same, but they are going after companies. And if they have a better plan to develop the athletes, their athletes, who do you think these companies will hand these funds over to? They will certainly not hand their funds over to the J3As if they don't see a concrete plan that can help the athletes to develop. But if MVP has a plan that shows them how the money will be used, then who do you think will get this money? I'm just making that point to say that I understand clearly why the J3As might be struggling, because they just don't have a concrete plan to convince these investors to part ways with their monies. Please feel free, viewers and subscribers, to share your opinion on what I just said in the comment section. Do you agree with my view or do you disagree with my view? Now, according to Usain Bolt's former coach Glen, he explained that in order for the J3As to overcome this financial crisis ahead of next season, that they need to embrace a modern approach to marketing itself. So if he's saying that they need a modern approach to market themselves, then it means that whatever approach they are using now is outdated. It is not effective. And if it's not effective, can we come together to brainstorm to see if we can come up with an idea, a concept, a principle that would be more effective? Now, the Honorable Glen also added that the relevant stakeholders should invest in their public relations and promote their brands to get sponsors. Now, when I saw this, I have to ask myself, is he talking about promoting Brand Jamaica or promoting the J3As? Because the J3As really need a refresher course in terms of getting their reputation up to par, where people now can see them as credible. And we want to help them to be credible, because at the end of the day, if the J3As suffer, if they're not able to accumulate more funds, then the athletes will suffer. And we don't want the athlete to suffer. We don't want to cut off our nose to spite our face. And this is why we're doing this video. And this is why Mr. Glen also did the interview, because he is trying to reach the leaders in that federation to see how they can work together to achieve a common goal. Now, what the Honorable Glen says, that he thinks that the J3As, right, need to implement modern day solution to modern day issues, and they need to improve their public relations. That is a professional personal company to anchor their public relations and promotions. Now, hear why this is important, because when you reach out to others to raise funds, there must be something in it for them. The people who are parting ways, the companies who are parting ways, the individuals who are parting ways with their monies, what are they getting in return? And that is the big question that we must answer. So I'm going to put this question to my viewers and my subscribers. What can the J3A give up in order to raise more funds so they can help the company and their athletes and future generations? Please feel free to share your opinion in the comment section. Now, the Honorable Glen gave some brilliant points. You know, he believes that the athletes can be utilized in a more effective way to draw more sponsors. But as I said before, as brilliant as that idea might be, the key is for the J3As to improve their reputation, to improve transparency, and to have a manual to show some of their sponsors that these are the things they will do to ensure that the future looks bright for the next generations of athletes. And I say the next generations because when we look at Chillian Fraser-Pryce, she's 38. When we look at Elaine Thompson, she's 32. When we look at Shericka Jackson, she is 29. So our athletes are at the latter or top tier athletes. Some of them are at the latter stage of their career. So I am sure that they would be more conservative in terms of how they utilize themselves to help to raise funds for the J3As. But I am confident that if the J3As can show a manual as to how they intend to utilize these funds to develop young athletes and how they would use these funds to help the older athletes to stay competitive, to stay focused, I am sure that corporate Jamaica would find it a pleasure to invest in the national program. I am confident that this will work, but I am going to put back the question to my viewers and my subscribers. What do you think it will take to raise more funds for the J3As so they can put their athletes in a better position? Please feel free to share your opinion in the comment section. I thank you very much for listening. I am Dr. Gregory Houghton. Have a blessed day.